Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us this rainy afternoon here in Thessaloniki in Warehouse C for the EURODOC Meet the Documentary Training Programs and introduction of a film market tool. We have been here in Thessaloniki for some days now. I think we have lived all 4 seasons of weather, maybe. Today is the rainy one. We wanted to introduce you the training programs for documentaries because we feel it's important for documentary filmmakers to understand where they can turn to in order to develop a documentary that is the best version for the end product, and development workshops help during the whole process very, very much. We have here with us Marco Gastine from the MFI Doc Lab of the Mediterranean Film Institute Script to Film Workshops. And we should have had with us other training programs, but you know how it is these days. And they were not able to come, but we have short video presentations that we will be screening at the screen over there, and this way you will learn about them. One more thing is that we are few here, but we are having here our team, and then this will be online for all the accredited Agora guests, so I think the information will not go missing. And now we move on to MFI Doc Lab, here with Marco. It's a wonderful training program. I had the privilege to be with Marco and Ove Jensen last summer, and saw firsthand what they actually do, and it's fascinating. So the added value of MFI, besides the wonderful tutors, are the locations. So we can show you a little bit of that because we have a small trailer. So let's see the MFI trailer first. Welcome, Marco.
Oh, yes. MFI means Mediterranean Film Institute. It was a program founded in 2000, originally for script writing for fiction films. And it was a very successful program in fiction film. A lot of scripts have been developed of the new Greek cinema for 20 years now. And I personally insist, because I knew the director of the institute, and I was participant to some of those seminars, of those workshops, that they will do something for documentary. Why, you would say, why documentary? You don't have a script in documentary. It was when I was younger, even younger than I am now. We used to say, but there is no script in a documentary. You have an idea, you have a topic, you go, you shoot it, and you will write it, editing it. And you shoot tons and tons of films. You spend quite a lot of money and a lot of your time, and you spend after years trying to edit it. And at the end, you understood that, that's what was my film about. So it's better to think a bit before, because we are, especially the doc filmmakers, are a bit lazy sometimes. We want you to go shooting quickly. And so now I think things have changed. There are those beautiful programs you will see that don't make propaganda only for our house. And we develop these documentaries from the very beginning until the very end. The documentary, at the difference of the fiction, where you write a script, then you shoot it, then you change it a bit, the story in the editing. In a documentary, you write from the first moment until the last draft of the editing. And this is the originality and the interest of writing for documentary. It's difficult to explain how you do it, because I would spend some hours to explain it. We have this Doc Lab Doc Lab laboratory in MFI now, together with those other laboratory labs for feature fiction films, for series. And we have one Doc Lab. I have the privilege to be one of the two tutors. I'm Marco Gastine. I'm from Greece and France. And the other tutor is a well-known Danish Ove Jensen, who everybody knows here in Thessaloniki because he was the animator of the pitching forum for almost 20 years, I think. And he's very skilled in doing this job of developing. The program is supported by Creative Europe Media, by ERT, the national broadcaster, Greek broadcaster, the Ministry of Aegean, because and the municipality of Nisyros and the municipality of Rhodes, because there are two Greek islands. One is Vulcano, where we spend 15 days in end of June and beginning of July. It's really very inspiring to be there, to this small island, and writing and speaking and developing our projects under the Vulcano. And we have another supporter for this project. It's a new ECOME program, and a different of collaboration with Film Festival, and of course with the Thessaloniki Film Festival, especially with the Agora of the Thessaloniki Film Festival, because Angeliki herself was with us last year in the Doc Lab. We choose, as they say in EURODOC, we are very we have 5 groups of fiction, 1 group for fiction series, and 1 group for documentary. And each group is very limited of participants. There are maximum 5 or 6 projects in every group. And in the Doc Lab, we have the chance to have 2 tutors for 6 projects. And because we are focused on the artistic development and more than the production development, usually it's a team of a filmmaker and a producer, or a filmmaker and a writer, or a filmmaker and an editor. And we insist very much of the work in group. The group dynamic is very important for us, especially, I would say, in documentary lab. And at the end of the year, we can say at the end of the year, not the end of the day, because it's last 6 months of the process, around of 6 months, everyone becomes an expert of the other project. This is incredible. I have here 2 former participants. They will tell us a few words for this, I'm sure, about group dynamic, which helps very, very much. So there is 4 sessions, very intensive sessions per year. It starts in end of June, beginning of July in Niceros for 2 weeks. It consists in every day. You are mostly you are in group, and I mean 2 days in group, 1 day it's one-to-one. After you have a session in the middle of the summer, in end of August, beginning of September. And then again, a session on site in Road Silence, which is a different environment. It's a medieval city. We are in a city, we are in a building of the 16th century, I think 16th, 15th century, where the very well-known knights of the road. And there we spend 1 week considering and having feedback of what the participants had made the former 3 months. And the last session is online again at the end of the year, end of December, beginning of January. About the participants, as I said, we select us in the Doc Lab maximum 6 projects. We give a very important, it's very important for us that this project at the right stage of development. We don't want to take projects which are only an idea, only topics. We want projects who already have the creators of those projects have thought about how they will tell a story of that. They have already characters, maybe, and it's good even if they have already shoot something. If they have a trailer, it's important for us, like it is in the development in documentary you have seen here in the pitching forum, or in, of course, Docs in Progress, to have shoot something that you can know. It's a special, relationship in documentary between the idea and the reality. You have to have the reality. It's a constant dialectic between the both. And we prefer, of course, the project. The participants are from all over the world, because it's a Mediterranean film institute. Of course, we have a lot of participants from a Mediterranean country, from Italy, from Spain, from Greece, of course, from Cyprus, from I would say the both sides of Cyprus, but we have Finnish project, we have Dutch project, we have even German projects. Nobody's perfect. But the best thing, and we are very interesting that to select projects would can have an international pretension. But I would ask now if you want to have 2 participants here, Cordelia from Germany and Gianluca from Italy. I can say 2 words and say quickly what MFI brought to them. I would say that they will say them so. Cordelia? Gianluca?
Here? Sit here. Hello? Delia? My name is Gianluca Matarrese, so I was a former participant of MFI in 2020, the year of COVID. So didn't have the luck to see these beautiful places. But it was a very intense moment because we have been working constantly and extensively online. It was the summer, and we were, instead of being on vacation, everybody was at his own place, his own island, but we were all connected together for the whole time. And for me, the most important thing about this program is, as Marco was saying, is the exchange. The fact that we are becoming like real professionals, giving to other professionals tips and advice on the work of creation and writing process. And to me, was the best thing of the workshop is that we were all the projects were very, very well chosen, very different, from different angles. Some were very social, some were more narrative, and this diversity was for me the best thing, because I will have some luck in my project when it comes to dealing with the social issue of the project. And so someone else will help me out because this project is more developed in that direction. And so it was a very complementary energy and of the group, with these amazing tutors, because Marco and Owen, they're very complementary between the two of you, also in their own work. And we had exercises to do very often, and so you need to be focused. And I think on the island, you maybe have more things to say of the physical experience. The island is probably a great place where you can really be focused on the work. And my film now is finished. It's co-directed with Mattia Colombo, the other director that was part of the program. And it's hopefully will be a nice success. I hope for myself. We are premiering Vision du Réel in very, very soon, and we have more selections that we'll tell you when I will be allowed to say. But this is also thanks to the program and Thessaloniki, because it's been a very big support for me and my work. That famous year, the project also won the Agora Doc Market Award, the MFI Award. And Thessaloniki selected already one of my films, so I'm really, really affectionate to this place. And this is amazing for me to be here and share my experience. Sorry, I talk too much, but I'm Italian, that's why.
I just want to add, because when he was a participant in the program, it was online, because it was this pandemic, and I met him for the first time live yesterday. We spent 1 year together, and I thought I knew him very well. But it was much taller than I thought.
That's the only thing we cannot see on the camera, is how tall people are. So for the rest, it's like we were knowing each other, because this kind of work are very personal, and you share very personal moments, because we do what we do. With documentary, it's something very personal. It depends on the work, but there's very big, deep exchange between ourselves.
Yeah, I can add. I really came rather occasionally to the program. I saw it on Facebook. It was the very last night before the deadline. I hadn't a great idea. I just thought 2 Greek islands and writing couldn't be bad. So I applied, and then I got selected, and then really it changed. I really can say it changed my life. It changed my filmmaking, and it was absolutely absolutely decisive in the project I was developing. But not only in the project, also in the way of working together, of sharing your ideas, but also sharing how the ideas are connected to very personal issues, and to your way of being of being human, I would say. And exactly because Ove and Marco are so complementary, and it was incredibly helpful. It was incredibly efficient, and it was incredibly enriching and touching how every of us grew in the program and how the projects grew in during this weeks, and doing this also watching the whole time towards the Mediterranean Sea and see the blue sky and doing almost nothing else than writing. That's really an incredible privilege. And I was like, from the very beginning, I thought, oh, that's really a dream. And then with every single further day, I thought, but the dream is going on. I can't believe it. It's still feeling like a dream. So I'm incredibly happy that I have done it, and very, very grateful. And I only can recommend it to all of you.
And maybe if I can add something, you were saying that it's important to have the idea clear when you apply to this project, and I've worked a little bit on your project, but I think you also have to have clear, identify which are your problems, your fragilities in your project, and why. So those are the things you have to work on, because we were going through a problem in our film because of the pandemic. The shooting process was all compromised, but also the narrative aspect. But that wasn't the only problem. There were other problems. But I think you also have to identify in your project which are the main things you want to work on.
Okay, thank you very much. And I want to insist that there are no dogmatism in MFI Doc Lab. And it's a good example because you have, should I say, observational, character-driven documentary and an essay film. And there is no dogmatism that it has to be character-driven or whatever. Except of working hard, we have on our project, we have also screening, master classes, all together, all the labs together, and discussion, and of course a lot of party and swimming, and we get to where we
karaoke.
Yeah, karaoke, because we had a very beautiful project 3 years ago, about karaoke, and the film will premiere now in CPH Docs in a few days. And so the deadline, because it's supposed to be on the 20th of March, so it's very soon, but it has been postponed. It will be announced officially until 1st of April. So if you have a project, you can apply, and I will be here until tomorrow night. So if you want further information, can come to me. I will share you and have something to share you. You ask me after. What else?
No, just to say that we are happy that we are able to give a scholarship from MFI to a Pitching Forum project. So in 2020 it was Gianluca, and this year, because I spent so much time also with you, and when Cordelia applied for the Thessaloniki Pitching Forum, we were so happy to have the first that came from the Doc Lab to Thessaloniki. So the only thing that I have to add is that I think karaoke is an essential networking event in training programs.
We are open in MFI to collaboration with other programs. We have, I cannot tell now, but we are building some collaboration with other programs. It's very important to know, when in the same community.
Partners are very important. Thank you so much, Cordelia and Gianluca. So, thank you, Marco.
Thank you.
And I'm sure if anybody has any questions, they can find you after this session. Let's go to the second video that we have from the training program Dok Incubator.
Hello everyone, I am here to talk on behalf of Dok Incubator. Dok Incubator is a rough cut editing workshop based in Prague and established more than 10 years ago by Andrea Prengejová, who's the director of the workshop. My name is Andrea Laciaková and I'm the program manager of the international part of the workshop. I would like so much to be with you in Thessaloniki today, but unfortunately the final part of our selection process is taking place just right at this moment. To share the atmosphere of our workshops, we would like to show you a clip. This clip has been made last year at our residential workshop, which took part after more than a year and a half spent on Zoom in isolation. This clip has been made together with our participants, tutors, guests and friends, not only to celebrate the anniversary of the workshop, but also to show you a little bit what's behind.
Dok Incubator. It's about giving birth. It's painful. There is blood. There are tears. There is screaming. And afterwards, a lot of joy.
We're not only just shaping the films artistically, but we are also shaping the film for the market and for the audience.
For me, Dok Incubator is a great workshop where I'm pretty sure to find projects that will turn into great films.
So for me, the most important thing about being here at Dok Incubator is the exchange. And I'm so happy it's like now face-to-face.
A stamp of quality to a project, like any project that has been taking part in the Dok Incubator workshops, for me will always be something that I would want to see, I would want to follow.
I think Dok Incubator is the kind of space that is needed now more than ever as we grapple with a pandemic.
C'est un bonheur incroyable de travailler dans un endroit aussi beau avec des gens dédiés au cinéma et qui ont tous le même but ensemble.
My producenti a režiséři můžeme úplně s důvěrou sdílet vlastně ještě nehotový film.
So we can see each other and we can talk and we like exchange some feelings and intuitions about our films, and it's really important to receive this support.
Dok Incubator is pretty unique because there are lots of workshops around the world focusing on documentaries, but Dok Incubator focuses on the rough cut stage.
Během 9 měsíců v podstatě se nám podaří ten film dokončit s mezinárodní odezvou a buď zjistíme, že tedy funguje mezinárodně nebo ne.
This makes Dok Incubator very, very special, not only for me, but also for the more than 100 of projects that has been visiting and being consulted through Dok Incubator.
All right, happy birthday to Dok Incubator, 10 years of action.
Bon anniversaire Dok Incubator. And happy 10th anniversary, and I wish you 10 more productive years.
I'm looking forward to lots more children coming out of Dok Incubator, so lots more great films. I want to see them.
Dok Incubator is an international editing workshop consisting take place from April until September or October, depending on the circumstances. Our deadline is always in January, when we receive from 80 to 100 applications from more than 50 countries all over the world. By March, we select final 8 projects represented by director, producer and editor who will take part in the workshop. Our core tutors team consists of 4 editors coming from different countries, 2 marketing specialists including a sales agent and producers. For the second workshop, we also invite people from the industry, film festival representatives and programmers, broadcasters, sales agents, and independent producers to provide the participants with the international feedback. You can also participate in the workshop without having your own project. Those people are called observers, and they accompany one of the participating projects from the very beginning until the end. The participation fee is set up individually, and we also provide scholarships to almost half of the projects. In case you are interested in participating in Dok Incubator, please feel free to contact us. And now just let me wish you good luck with your projects and have a good day.
So as you can understand, the Dok Incubator is for rough cuts. Training programs are the gateway to markets, let's say, and to have the markets, we also need some tools. So we have here with us Mathilde Andreis from the Coprocity to show us and explain this market tool that they have developed. Yes.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Thessaloniki Film Festival, for giving us the opportunity to show you Coprocity. And before going on the website and showing you how it works and everything, I think I have to answer your questions, which are what is Coprocity actually, and why should I use it? So that's good questions. These past few days, you have been meetings with professionals, producers, distributors maybe, or you were one of these professionals, sales agents, and you were looking for interesting projects, or you were looking for financing. But this event is going to an end, and in the future, your only way to communicate with them is by emails or by phone. But sending emails, it's like fastidious, it takes time, and you don't know if you haven't been ejected to the spam folders or if you are at the bottom of the mailbox. So it's a little bit complicated. This is why Coprocity enters. Coprocity is here to help you to find projects you have met during this event and during other events, because we have 13 partnerships for now with markets, including Thessaloniki, including When East Meets West, Connecting Cottbus, and also Cannes Film Festival with 2 markets, l'Atelier de la Ciné Fondation and La Fabrique Cinéma. And Coprocity is here to help you to keep an eye on projects, on updates. If one of the projects you have made as doing updates about information, if they found a broadcaster, if they found another producer, you will know it. It also allows you to share private and sensitive documents, and I will show you how. And in fact, Coprocity is a tool for cinema and audiovisual professionals. It will help you to create and extend connection you have made during this event and during other, and you will be able to find sustainable partnerships and maybe financing. So this is the login page of Coprocity, as you can see it. Coprocity is available only by invitation. Do not worry, you will receive one after this event. You can log in with also Cinando, as we have a partnership with this platform too. If you have a Cinando account, your data will be on Coprocity by connecting through this feature. So let's take a look inside. If you connect for the first time, we will ask you to fill your profile. This is what it looks like. We wanted to keep Coprocity as simple as possible because, you know, there is already a lot of platform and tools, and sometimes it's not easy. So here you can find all professional contacts information, the other person who works inside your company, because some companies may have several accounts. We will ask you a bunch of questions. As you can see, what is your activity, filmography, interests, of course, what kind of projects you are looking for, what is your main project target, tags, if you are looking for movies talking about crisis, politics, etc. You will find it. And with who you want to work, and at the end, this is your resume, of course. So, you arrive here. This is the welcoming page. We call it the wall. It works like Facebook or LinkedIn, so you won't be lost, I hope. You will find articles about how Coprocity works, articles about news about markets, as you can see, and also updates about projects, as you can see. On the left side here, this is a profile, and you can see that I have a red signal. It told me that I have a project waiting for my validation, because on Coprocity, we don't publish the project for you. You have to publish by yourself. So if you are a project holder, you will have this red signal telling you that you have to publish. Below, you can find other projects. I've been named as the administrator. You can find an agenda, so do not forget Meeting Point Vilnius at the end of the month. And you can find privacy policy. It's all you have to know about data and how you can contact us, so contact@coprocity.com. Before showing you other features, I will show you a project page because it's important to know how it works. So this one, the monkey and the girl. This is how you can see a project page as a participant. Project holders have other features. You can see the title, the original title, the country of production, the production company, the producer. You have features here. Let's start with them. So you can add a note if you met a project during an event and you want to add a note about what you write. It's here. It's private, only for you. Do not worry. You can also follow the project. It means that if this project has updates, you will be kept informed. You can also store this project inside your own database because Coprocity has the big database gathering all the projects we have from our market partners, but it also has a database for you, your own private database where you organize yourself with folders and everything. I will show you it quickly later. Then this is the most important thing, request the sharing. It is important to understand that on Coprocity you have information that you can see, which are public, and information that you cannot see, which are private. Information that you can see are here, general information, projects, and talents. This are information you can find on the inside Markets project book. And information that you cannot see are here. It's all sensitive documents of producers such as script, budget, financing plan, mood board, pictures, etc., etc. If you want to have access to it, you have to request the sharing. The project holders, the producer who administrates this page, will have a notification of your interest and he will accept or decline. If he accepts, he can give you full access, or he can choose to give you only access to the script, for example. First, it helps the producer to keep information and know to who is sharing what. And it also allows him to not sending many emails and maybe get, I don't know, lost in your mailbox. So, as you can see, general information, you have all information you can find on a project book, such as directors, etc. If you click on a producer, you have the company page, you have the producer, the projects this company have on Coprocity, and the contact. You have other things, such as the tags. As I told you, if you are looking for a film talking about feminism, this one will appear. You have also here important what they are looking for, which partnerships and which markets they have participated in. Also projects such as logline, short synopsis, director's notes, and talents, director's filmography, biography, script writers, and confirmed cast. If I come back on the wall, you have here on the right side, browse projects. This is our main database where you can find all the big projects. You can filter them, of course, by type, budget, interest, tax, etc. If you go there, this is your own little database where you can organize yourself. As you can see, you can create folders, gathering projects you met in Les Arcs, for example, or in Thessaloniki, and all the unclassified projects you have made or you have a share of documents. And finally, here you can find all the markets we have, and with the edition, we have 2020 edition, 2021 editions, and now we are currently adding 2022 editions. Inside this platform, if you have any question, you go to Welcome to Coprocity, and you will find tutorial videos and, of course, contacts. I just want to say that this platform is free of any charges. It gathers all projects from audiovisual, fiction, cinema, documentary, animation, TV series. And just to conclude, I would say that we thought Coprocity as a platform to help the industry to meet and match efficiently, to search and find for information, and to organize itself, to help you to organize yourself electronically. And we wanted to give the opportunity to project holders to present their project after the event, so after Thessaloniki, for example, to participants of Thessaloniki, but also to participants of other markets, of Cannes Film Festival, for example. And we wanted to give the opportunity to participants of all these markets to have access to the project of all these editions. And that's it.
Yes, so it's very important what you said by the end, that it's not only for the after the event, it's not only for the participants that were in Thessaloniki, but it's open also to all the other experts from the other markets, which creates a big online market, let's say, somehow. And in these times that a lot of things are online, it gives the project a life online after the event.
Exactly, yes.
So you know that the projects from Thessaloniki Pitching Forum have received their invitation, of course. It's up to them, of course, if they want to join or not, but we encourage them to do so. And thank you, Mathilde, so much.
Thank you very much.
So we are by the end of our session today. We have one last video from Circle Doc Accelerator training program. And yes, let's see the clip.
Hello, I'm Biljana Tutorov. I'm the responsible person for Circle, Women Doc Accelerator, a new training initiative dedicated to women and female identifying documentary filmmakers. It can be producers or directors with a strong international project. So we're not only looking for very good projects, but we're trying to curate a good group and identify the voices, the future voices, female voices of documentary filmmakers. We open to everybody, so anybody from all over the world can apply. We have place for around 10 participants. It can be one or more or less. And yeah, we try to make a group that can auto-coach itself. When selecting the participants, we try to see how what can everybody bring to the group and how this alchemy can work. Only when we have projects, we're thinking who would be the best mentors for this group. And here we try to invite people that can really help these women and their projects. We work through 3 regular sessions starting from June, usually in different countries. First session is more focused on analysis of project needs and everybody's career needs. We try to include also psychologists or lawyers and to give the full range of to cover the full range of issues and to give them good contacts that can help them forever. The second session is usually in 3rd week of September, and it's more dedicated to project presentation, also the first strategies, and depending on the needs of the project. Because we take projects in any stage of development, from development to the rough cut. So when you feel you need the group work and this lab environment to go to the next step, you can apply. You can always consult us also before applying. The third session is usually organized in partnership with one of documentary festivals or markets. In first 3 editions, we worked with Doc Leipzig, and from this year we opened a new collaboration with When It Meets West in Trieste, where we held a 3rd session that is mainly focused on networking, and we try to, as much as we can, introduce our participants to the professional community and to give them the keys and do as much as we can on the visibility on their projects. There are also several awards that they can get. But besides this regular workshop, we are intensely developing different follow-up activities, aiming to stay in touch and continue helping each other even after the program is completed. I would name the collaboration with Candocs, Marché du Film, where for several years we have been presenting for alumni projects that are in final stages and ready to be showcased to festival programmers or gap financiers. But also for us it's important to broaden local and regional partnerships, and we are trying always when we have a session to open as much as we can our program to a broader professional community. I'm thinking of masterclasses, keywords, like as much as we can, without, of course, compromising this safe space that the group represents. And also we try to have 1-2 sessions in each module that is open to broader audience. We are trying in this, it's usually film projections with the Q&As and an extensive dialogue with the director. In these sessions, we are trying to introduce successful and talented European filmmakers that have films that enriched documentary filmmaking, that are successful in festivals, that were awarded. So we try to have strong interlocutors and to put them in contact with our group. I don't know if I said we opened the call in the mid-January, and by the beginning of April we have the selection. We are asking for a participation fee that covers, that is actually after all inclusive, but also we give some scholarships to those that cannot afford it. And you can find more information on our website, doccircle.me, or write to us on info@doccircle.me. Thank you very much. And thanks, Agora, for inviting us. And sorry for not being there physically. Hopefully we will meet soon in one of documentary community gatherings this year.
Well, that's it for the session. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Marco and Mathilde, for explaining and sharing all the information. And yes, let's move on to the next session. Thanks.
Thank you.